Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Batman Arkham City. So we have a location here to investigate. We have some Riddler trophies, we have another investigation. I looked up the challenges that we're still trying to do as far as gliding. It seems like I can pull these off mostly through going to right about, I think here, where there's a fairly tall building and using that as a high starting point to pull it off. We still don't really know like what this Watcher character is, so I don't know if we're really gonna fight him or if we're just going to run into him and he's gonna finally reveal his mysteriousness. Like I really don't have a clue who he is. So I don't know if he's supposed to be some character from some DC Batman story that just never happened, or what. Um, I figured um, with these gravestones that there would be one that would show where the Waynes were buried, but actually I think there was graves in Arkham Asylum that showed where the Waynes, Batman's parents, were buried. So he just looks like some kind of
I
ninja.
knew you would find me.
It wasn't hard. You left me a map. Who are you and what do you want? Why are you watching me?
We have been given many names, but you will come to know me as Azrael, loyal servant to the Order of Saint Dumas.
Just what I need. Another secret society.
I bring a message. Dark days are coming, Batman. The prophecy is coming true. You are the warrior who will close the gates of hell. You are the one who will save this day. And in doing so, events will occur that you cannot stop. From the ashes of Arkham, the fires will rage and Gotham will burn. And you will burn too.
I don't believe in fairy tales.
Believe what you will. The message has been delivered. We will meet again.
Okay, so Azrael is a character I recognize. Side mission, Azrael. So apparently that's not all of that. Though. Like, I've heard of Azrael, but I really don't know much about him. I know in Batman 666, the issue 666, they went very heavy metal and demonic on that issue. And so there is this potentially, I think theoretically in canon story. At least they said it was in canon at the time, but they always say that, of Batman really going to hell and really dealing with a demon. So his real name is Michael Lane. He was a police officer for Gotham City. Azrael, Death's Dark Knight #1 that appeared in March 2009. So they are making rather a big deal about a character I don't think they care about at all anymore. He was part of a program to create the ultimate crime fighter. Instead, it turned him into an insane criminal. Thwarted by Batman, Michael confessed his sins to a priest of the secret religious sect, the Order of Purity. They recruited Michael to fight evil as their crusader Azrael, wearing the mysterious suit of sorrows and wielding the sword of sin. This is so edgy. If Michael doesn't keep his soul pure, the suit of sins will destroy him. He's prone to fits of insanity, military and police trained tactician. Yeah. There doesn't seem to me to be anything else about that, though. Yeah, because that seems to just be it. Here's some birds that didn't get turned into a cat change point on the map, which honestly Catwoman change points would have been better. I don't believe that this one... let's see if we can do a line rider and potentially do a takedown. Alright, if we can get the angle just right, I might be able to take these guys on. So what we're trying to do is get the top of the line rider to hit the water tower and the back of the line rider to line up with whatever is behind me, which just kind of highlights the problem with the concept of the line rider in general, is that it kind of doesn't work. This is one of those examples, I think, also of these rails that keep you from falling off the edge of something actually get in the way of trying to fly somewhere. Yeah, I don't think I can get it to line up. Like, feels like there should be an angle where this would work. But yeah, I don't think that's worth your effort to try that in this area. Okay. So. That one. And then this one. Okay. Then what? Now, that would be 3 on the bottom. Can we possibly... Like, if I can get maybe just up on this angle and not get immediately attacked by things. There we go. That's surprising that that didn't have a timer on it. That feels like something that should have. Alright. Next we go this way. Yeah, there's kind of a couple different places. So there's one here, then there's one over there, then there's also one over here. You get a lot of ambient noise in this game. Like, I'm hearing car horns go off when really there are no cars in the game. I'm hearing payphones go off when there are really no payphones going off.
Come, they're still keeping us in here.
Okay. I think we can do this fairly easily. have to land somewhat carefully. And drop down somewhat carefully. That's once again an example of just knowing what you're supposed to do. Solving the puzzle for you. There's got to be an angle to this that I'm not understanding. This one. Which angle?
Least they could do was send in a couple of burgers.
Like, if you do a line rider here, and then you pop up here, that gets you here.
Hungry. Where'd all the food go anyway?
And unless there's a timing element to that, like that, I thought I had tried that before, and yet
Get out of this
it didn't
place.
work.
There's got to be a way, right?
Alright, well, as we're finishing things off here, well, we still have a situation where we don't know where the tiger things are, so it is very possible that I'm gonna have to run around looking to see where the tiger security panels are to shut things down.
Jeez, it's cold.
Let's see, I see a bunch of enemies over there, but the actual Riddle trophy is over there, and the actual Riddler hostage is over there.
Really painful way.
Okay.
What's on TV right now?
Jokers? I don't believe it.
Okay. Yeah, this was the one where I guess the solution to this could be fairly easy.
No one in here. Is it because of Mr. Freeze?
But there's
Stay
no
alive in a place
places.
like this.
So it doesn't strike me as correct that you're supposed to use the ice block to get close enough to that to
Just going to keep
throw
snowing.
explosives on it. I'm gonna try and curve to the right here first. Well, actually, let me just see if maybe we could come back this way. Yes, we can.
This place gets more dangerous every day.
Okay. So you've got a couple opportunities here. You could come out from the outside and hit one. You can come from the inside and hit one. But you pretty much want to hit the center one last.
Feel this place getting worse, minute by minute.
There is something I think that needs to be said about the fact that Arkham City feels much more like an interesting place compared to like Arkham Asylum, where a lot of Arkham Asylum was fairly empty and fairly dull. There we go. So two remote shots and a quick shot on the Batarang, or what that took. Right. Next. What building is this? Oh, here's the tiger thing, so it doesn't really give you anything once you've already hit all of the security cameras, but you still have to do it. And that wasn't the Riddler trophy. That was just a happy coincidence that that was there. Alright. I believe the next one is down there. Which, if I was to suspect, probably has... Yeah, you're supposed to crawl onto this prawn. Which would make some sense. Yeah, either glide up to that area, which the idea of gliding and diving, I think, would be kind of painful. At one point we saw some frozen platforms slightly over in this direction. I'm wondering if maybe we lost those. Alright, well. Yeah, it seems like you would either have to come up from some higher area like this. I see a little bit of frozen platforms, but I don't think as many as were there before. Yeah, either you come from a higher area such as this, and then just target yourself. Or you try to make your own platform, which, I mean, you could also do that, certainly. Just make a frozen platform. I think it is this, though. I think that's really what they're going for. Is come from the bat signal, come down here, maybe even dive a little bit so you can swoop up and like I'm only slightly off, and that could just be a bit of a swoop thing. That was too high. I don't think it's worth your effort to try and get really good about doing a near 360. That was too low, obviously. Yeah, you probably are better off doing this. But if you're going to do the dive swoop thing, which is the thing you need to get really good at, as far as there we go. As far as trying to get the 250 and 150 gliding ability, like that's this is another place where you pretty much are going to have to practice that. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I think we can figure this out fairly easily. You need to throw a frozen platform there. Okay. And then fall in the water. I guess the question is, if we fall in the water, does that reset our explosives? I bet it doesn't. There's one. See, and this is definitely a sequence where it fairly obviously should be helping me a little bit more and making a slightly custom, different shape sized. I'm just going to do one pull and then stop. Yep. Yeah, it totally should be making a larger platform. A lot of the places should totally have larger platforms. There we go. When you throw the ice grenades. That pretty much cleans out everything except for inside this building. And I guess we also know there's a security camera, so let's get inside this building first, because I'm fairly certain, I think there's a chance, I'm not actually certain at all, I think there's a chance that we will end up needing the being moved around and fast traveled. Okay, here is that bridge. So that does exist. Let's see. But what's weird about this is that let's get this first. Just so we can be done with this. This has been particularly one of the more frustrating challenges. Just because I did not... The game really just doesn't explain itself. And the irony here, of course, will be that actually these kinds of puzzles existed in the first Arkham Asylum game, and I just don't remember them. This is a line Rydo puzzle, though, so we wouldn't have been able to succeed with it fairly early in the game anyways. Yeah, there's no other way you're gonna solve this. And they put the buttons in a kind of rough position. So that was more difficult than it probably should have been. Let's see. You'll still have the Morse code blinking. Which, if it's blinking anything, it's probably just blinking something that says either Black Mask or Night, or wouldn't be surprised if it's just Night, K-N-I-T, as a hint at what the Arkham Knight third Arkham game was called. That's weird, the music just kicks in. Basically the game got bored. Or probably that's scripted to kick in music because of the first time you left that area, and every subsequent time is just because of that.
The least they could do is feed us.
Batman hack. Open. Pull in this direction.
I'm sure I saw Batman and some other guy falling from the tower when it exploded. Who the hell was that other guy?
What I'd like to know is where's the Catwoman trophy that is marked on this map? I'd like to check that, but I kind of don't care enough either.
This gets more dangerous every day.
Let's see. Catwoman trophy is inside the building. Good to know. So then we'll take out the security camera, save the last Riddler character, Riddler hostage, see if solving and saving all the hostages gives us anything special. there's definitely a lot of DLC content that you had to purchase or get with the Game of the Year version of the game that
Would kill for a cup of joe
would have
about now.
been nicer rewards if you had. Yeah, it's just hidden in darkness. You totally wouldn't see these things if you weren't playing in detective mode.
Batman's here. There must be something else going on.
Yeah. Being rewarded for doing the side missions with suits and costumes would be way nicer than charging DLC for suits and costumes. Yeah.
City.
And certainly you see
Give me 5 minutes
this
over the wall.
sad
I'll show this
situation
stinking
where
town a whole new kind of crazy.
the greedier a company gets with DLC and all of that, it doesn't interpret into better games by any means. They get worse.
What's good for me and potentially fatal for
Particularly
you,
looking
Dark
at
Knight?
Arkham Knight.
Don't bother taxing your tiny mind, for the answer is obviously my final puzzle. Will you save the ignorant guard? I'll be shocked if you do.
So this is a Electric City puzzle,
Help me, please.
and then
As you can see, Dark Knight, that ignorant guard is currently experiencing the shocking sensation of her own mortality. Can you help her without experiencing yours?
so this is like the only female police officer I think we've seen in the entire game, and it seems kind of funny that he's calling her ignorant. Yeah. But I guess maybe that is the worst insult that the Riddler is willing to use. I don't know if there's a puzzle or what.
Can you rise to the occasion and solve this problem? Or will you be left crushingly disappointed?
So I can pull up this. Sure. But what does that do for me? I guess that does just open enough of this to slide through here and then get crushed to death.
Well, well. So the shaved monkey has failed. How utterly, utterly expected.
These Riddler sections definitely highlight the possibility that you might just die over and over again in a lot of these sequences. And it
Help
is
me, please.
beneficial, I think, to not have your
As you can see,
have the
Dark Knight,
main
that
game
ignorant
require you to
guard is
really
currently
play these.
experiencing the shocking sensation of her own mortality. Can you help her without experiencing yours? So, you wrapped your brain around that last puzzle and squeezed out a predictable solution. How will you attempt to solve this next puzzle?
Alright, well, we'll hit this. Alright, so this locks you here. Come on.
Even I'm not shocked that you failed at that. Riddle me this.
Okay.
How can you possibly expect to save that poor guard when it is quite clear that you cannot outthink the simplest of challenges?
Okay, so I'm probably gonna die here at this rate, but seems like the door opens, so at that point
Oh, come now. Surely the great Batman can progress without cheating and looking for answers online.
and it's like, yeah, I'm not cheating, but I definitely have done that before. Not for the Riddler stuff though, so much as for the
How long should I wait before telling you the answer? What do you call a bat with 100,000 volts of electricity running through it?
seems like I regained some health at that point because it didn't shock me completely. Is there something down there? I don't think there is. And at this point,
How many bats does it take to solve my challenge? Obviously more than one.
I see all these buttons. What was I supposed to do with the buttons?
This is working out better than even I could have predicted. You are lost, confused, and beaten by the Riddler.
I don't think it's this. Okay, I see what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to line ride this way and then line ride this way, which we had done that before. So, man, it seems like the one female guard is getting
I am shocked at your inability to progress, Dark Knight. A rat could beat this room with only a piece of cheese as
my
motivation.
effort to go bam. Logical.
What's keeping you? Fear or
Logical. Is this really connected to the thing? Seems like it is.
This challenge was designed by me to defeat you.
Logic,
I believe it's working.
ethical, vertical, logical. Bamboozling.
This is working out better than even I could have predicted. You are lost, confused. Do you need to call a friend? Why bother? I'm sure we don't have it.
Yeah, this is a big puzzle, certainly, and it's kind of annoying. there a lower platform? Probably do.
I am shocked at your inability to progress.
I
Dark
personally
Knight.
don't want to
A
hear
rat
someone
could
getting
beat this room with only a
electrocuted.
piece of cheese as motivation.
Alright, well. Hopefully that doesn't
What's
reset
wrong?
me, but
Has your primitive brain given up and accepted that I, the Riddler,
let's just go ahead and skip that. Identify the serial killer behind the identity theft murders.
Is all this too taxing for your
So each
primitive
one of those
mind?
is a checkpoint. Okay. So it wasn't break the floor and then
this is hardly a surprise.
land on those random blocks. Stop random acts of violence.
Do you need to call a friend? Why bother? I'm sure we don't have it.
Okay.
A brute force approach to a simple conundrum, Dark Knight. How predictable.
So we were just breaking our way through it. Right, so
I am shocked at your inability to progress, Dark Knight. A rat could beat this room with only a piece of cheese as motivation.
I don't know why the Riddler's so glitchy. It kind of makes you wonder if he's not even still alive.
You weren't supposed to do that! That room was impossible! How did you... Oh, this isn't over, Dark Knight. You may have defeated me tonight, but I'll be back.
Let's get her off an electrocuted platform.
Where is he?
I'll deal with Riddler. Just tell me the code.
Code?
He gave everyone else a code. Why didn't he give you one?
He sounded like he thought you'd die in here. I guess he was wrong. Is there anything I can do?
No. Get back to the church when you can. Oracle, we've got a problem. I solved the last Riddler room, but there wasn't a radio frequency.
What's he up to?
I don't think he thought I'd defeat his last room.
That's good, right?
He's still got hostages from the church. If they're still alive, I need to find them. Search every record about the buildings he's used so far. There may be a connection there.
So we're gonna have to just talk to Oracle. And Bishop. Yeah, she looks kind of like a interesting character. And this is one of the positions where I think introducing interesting secondary characters would work better in video game form than comic book form, which is severely limited in the number of pages. There I got an achievement for getting all the upgrades. But yeah, she's... I'm gonna be able to talk to her, I guess, one more time and then I'll leave.
I don't know anything about what he's planning. I wish I did.
Yep. That's pretty much all you can do.
Right. Listen to me carefully. I still have one of those guards, so... I'll just need a couple of days and I will make a puzzle so taxing that you will never solve it. I will. You'll see.
Interesting. Which I don't know, maybe that would just leave it open for the next game. Or maybe it's just saying you have to find all the collectibles. Yeah, it seems like you just have to find all the collectibles. We still have the acts of violence stuff also. So even finding all the Riddler trophies may not be everything, because we may actually need to run through. Let's see, more things unlocked every time we visit an area. Yeah, there's one in the industrial district as far as the Tiger Security Council things. The security console. Alright, well, and that puts us in a position to go here. The part of the problem,
Arkham City.
certainly with the idea of gliding, is you just don't know how much you have to glide. Okay. How would I be able to solve this one? Okay. Let's see. Right. Glide down to this. Climb over that. Well, you've got this. What is this gonna do? It lifts up this crane. So unless there was another crane or something that would, like, do something else. It's not any boxes or anything. We can dive. And then try and grapple up. I mean, that is about the only thing I could think you could do. Is get an awkward upward grapple boost up this way, come back down, and then dive back down. But these are definitely awkward positions. I can't even really see where I'm going. Well, I think that is the idea. Is push down here. And then push back in a circle this way.
I don't care where you've gone. I'll find you someday and kick the living crap out of you.
there's kind of no other solution. Not anything I can think of.
Wherever you've gone, Batman, I'll find you.
Right. Now, I think that let me get to where I wanted to go. So now if we can just be fairly...
I don't care where you've gone. I'll find you someday and kick the living crap out of you. Yeah, run.
It's probably best to start with this one activated. Come on, downward.
Batman! It's Batman!
Yeah. In an interest of saving time, I guess I'll, whichever one I land in, if I miss, will be where we start again.
Scared to face me.
And this really is going to come down, I think, more towards luck than anything else. What happened there?
Chicken to fight me like a man, Batman. Chicken. We all know you
Alright.
for hiding in the dark. Hey, where you going?
Yeah, the only thing I could think is maybe you're supposed to just grapnel here and then
What's wrong? Run home to cry to your mommy.
yeah, it feels like what this would have really... There we go, got it. Like, it definitely feels like they would have wanted you to maybe just be able to jump up from one chain link fence to another. But there really is no way to do that. The game is just not programmed that way. Yeah. And that's what it seems like it constantly gets down to, is that there are some gameplay mechanics here that don't feel like they were in any way thought through or polished. Whole story, as far as the Black Mask. We don't really have to solve that riddle because it's clearly that one there.
Blackgate? Some new prison? Who'd be stupid enough to build another crazy prison after what went down here?
Okay.
Why is it always snowing in here? It's because of Mr. Freeze.
It's Batman!
Interesting.
He's too chicken to face me.
Now, when I do this one, you still seem to have to drop down.
Think we already locked up?
Actually, this probably isn't even that hard of a puzzle as Catwoman. Whereas this actually might be more difficult as Batman.
Knew you were chicken.
On the other hand, this might be a case where you have to solve this
Built a wall
as Batwoman. I mean, as Batman first.
Guard, run! Hide! We don't find you.
I'm hitting as quickly as possible to get off of the platform, and it is not working.
What's wrong with the Riddler freak? Hasn't he got better things to do than just leave green question marks all over Arkham City?
Because you slide after that.
I knew you were too scared to face me.
So yeah, I don't think there's anything in there.
Be Batman.
And we'll let the character switch point.
They gotta feed us.
We'll use that one later. Where are we trying to reach? This photo area.
It's just playing Batman. He ain't dead. He can't be. Not Joker.
Did we not get this done? That one's already solved.
No one's seen Wayne since he got in here. He's probably dead already.
This isn't the building. Or is this the building? Yes, it is. So there might be... a picture. Are we looking for a hole?
How do we know they're in a third?
There's the cats to switch positions. There's something of interest. That's a riddle.
But in Arkham City, I'd
Solution.
like to get 5 minutes with that rich son of a bitch.
I hope it's worth it to take out these guys, but I guess it is a nice, refreshing moment too to not spend an entire hour of gameplay just looking for riddles.
It's Batman. He's kicking their asses. Get him!
Okay. The man who thinks he's a bat. Coming soon. Right. Somewhere around here. What's the riddle? We should just be looking at it.
Air, sea, or land, it would be criminal not to use these wise guys, wouldn't it? Can you find this cool couple before the romance thaws? Did you hear the whole story of how Black Mask escaped?
Okay.
Arkham City. Same old crap.
It could be you down here, I suppose. Guess we'll probably just try and get that one later. If I can get the other two things here, then that will eliminate some questions in my mind as far as which of the riddles I'm even solving.
What's on TV right now?
Alright. Let's do this. This is our best bet as far as the 150 glide. So we want to go a little bit down and then a little bit up. A little bit down and then a little bit up. I think your gliding actually increases because you're adding this vertical and the horizontal. Okay.
Seen them all in this place. Joker, Two-Face, and
The
Black.
freaking man!
Trying to get somewhere that will get me further. Alright. Meanwhile, dive. Alright. So that's those two challenges done. I really had more to do, I would say, with just starting in the right place than anything else.
I've got him! He's over here! He's back. On.
Kind of hard to get out of the zoomed in detective mode in the fights. Seems like it kind of locks you in. Okay. We see a button here. I see a button over there. We now know that this is pretty much just a glide thing. Yep. Since I know what I'm doing now, this won't be that difficult. Simply just glide this direction, not run into the ground. But you still have that weird frame rate. I think it's a frame rate issue where you end up in very different places. Come on. That is an extra kick in the balls for no reason. Get out of the roll animation so that we can get the other thing. Okay. We kind of want to avoid looking for too many trophies in that area because these might be in the sewer. This one isn't, but some of these others might be in the sewers. And so we don't want to go in that direction and confuse ourselves. Well, there's a Catwoman trophy. I think they're all mapped on the map anyways, but... Okay. Where's the other one? Oh, this is another dive bomb one. Okay. Yeah, this was another one of these where you just had to know that it was a dive bomb. And from the dive bomb, you need to know the height, which I'm gonna go ahead and just assume that it is actually all the way up here. And so we now know how those triggers activate too, so we'll do that in a second. So, glide, try not to lose a lot of distance, and then dive bomb. If that area over there is truly not tall enough, there's not very many other locations on the map that are tall enough. I imagine I probably was supposed to gain some height and then be fairly close. I don't, maybe it's not swooping. I wouldn't be surprised if it actually doesn't want you to swoop and it is more just glide and dive as fast as possible. And we'll make a special effort to activate the detonator too, just in case that was a factor. There's, I think, only 2 of those in the entire game. So, like, it definitely feels like you could have easily never figured out the trick there. And frankly, I didn't ever figure out the trick there. Maybe if there had been more story and more game in general, I would have had a little bit more to go by. Which one's taller? I think that one's taller. But we'll see.
When that damn tower exploded, I thought we were all gonna die.
Okay. Either I'm supposed to slide down the wall.
When I get out of here, if I get out of here, I'm heading straight
That put me in
Gotham
a really
City.
different
Hell, I'll
place.
even give Bloodhaven a shot anywhere but here.
Yeah, it seems like you're supposed to hit this, land on this, hit this, which doesn't seem like you can really hit. It certainly would make sense that you would start over on this one and then bounce back and forth. It frankly would make a lot of sense to
Get out of this place. There's got to
start
be a
on
way,
this
right?
one. You can cancel a grapnel and hit a wall. So maybe that's what this is going for.
What's Batman doing in here anyway? Ain't this place a prison?
Beautiful warm day in paradise. Not.
Okay, so ideally, I'm fairly certain you want to start here.
I would kill for a cup of joe about now.
Come on.
He's not dead. No way.
Yeah. Start here. Swoop to this. If you can get up there, that's great. I guess if you can't do this. And then here we are shooting for.
How come no one told me about it?
See if we can. I think we got it. And then, of course, fail to just pick up the Riddler trophy. Some of these challenges should just give you the reward instead of making you actually go and pick up the reward. That would save me some frustration, and you would potentially not create a scenario where you accidentally roll and fumble after doing something really cool. Alright, let's see if we can do Line Rider here.
There must be something else going on, right?
Nope.
My damn smokes. I thought I told you to go get me some. What happened?
I couldn't find any. Please.
There's another act of violence person.
I can't believe you saved me.
Which probably means there are some other acts of violence people.
Woman sure is hot. Oh, I'd love me a piece of her.
Okay. There's
I find Bruce Wayne. I'm collecting.
doesn't really seem like there's
Way out of here.
a good system here. Like, that's already locked. Like, pretty much it seems like you have to throw this and then very quickly go towards the right.
Man, I sure feel better now there ain't a bunch of helicopters trying to kill us.
And it definitely seems like you barely have enough time. Like, clearly this is...
This gets more dangerous every day.
This is all about using the speed boost ability, which I don't know how fast you really can use the speed boost ability.
It was fighting someone when the tower blew. Who was it?
Oh, apparently you can hit almost any part of these question marks, which is odd because I had not realized that. So, if anything, maybe this is supposed to be a lesson around that fact.
What's wrong with the Riddler freak? Hasn't he got better things to do than just leave green question marks all over Arkham City? It's not bad. I don't
Yeah.
believe it.
That took too many attempts.
Riddler's
Falcon warehouse and storage.
question marks all over Arkham
Airland
City.
and scene. And pause now if you want to read that, I suppose. And we got a new Mr. Freeze tape doing something. I wouldn't be surprised actually if we came over here and looked. We probably are unlocking more and more of these. Still haven't done the dive for 50 meters. We can do that though. We can do that right now. What's kind of crazy is it definitely was suggested, oops, let's not die, to do a lot of the gliding and a lot of the other challenges off the Wonder Tower. So I really have to question why none of those triggered. I guess it just comes down to the fact that I'm just not doing it right. So I'm gonna hit for this ground to just immediately go as low as possible. There we go.
Woman needs to be careful. Some of these maniacs ain't seen a woman in years.
So, yeah. That puts us completely done with the top row. So now we are only trying to do 2 enemies with a grapnel boost attack, which you're pretty much going to have to struggle to find a place to do that. And line launcher, take down somebody with a takedown while doing a line launcher, which I'm almost certainly too far up to pull that off.
Remember this place back before they built a wall around it. Suck then, too.
Let's see. Where is the Riddler?
Never gonna feed us.
trophy. I think it might be in. Yeah, it's there. So
hungry. Where'd all the food go anyway?
we're gonna have to jump to this one and then use our grabber to get it. Moving on. We may have a bit of a struggle trying to take on a lot of these enemies.
Move us next.
See if we can figure out where that Riddler trophy is.
It's freaking crazy.
Where is it hiding?
Arkham City. Same old crap.
It's saying that it is on the other side of here, so must be something
Why is it always snowing in here?
on the ground, on the ice. It is a pull down riddle
Strange is dead.
that then you have to pull yourself
Serves the son of
towards
a
it.
bitch right.
It's very different. Like, we don't have any other instance like that. Right. Everything seems to indicate that this one is on top of the building or under the building. Is it where I'm standing, or is it on the smokestack? Okay. It's just a very well hidden, simplistic riddle. Which I'm all for that. We definitely wouldn't have been able to find this, more than likely. Okay. The first time we were here. Let me just check. Yep, that's big enough to explode. I guess it might be that just blowing up any part of the Riddler question marks always would have activated them. So I've been playing in extra hard mode this whole time. Trying to hit the dot on the Riddler, on the question mark. When I could have definitely targeted much larger portions of the map. So I'm guessing in Arkham Origins, Like you were chasing after Roman Stannis, aka Black Mask, the first and only inmate to have escaped from Arkham City. Okay, pause now if you want to read the rest of this. So I guess in the prequel, you probably do spend more time than you really would want to running around this city. If you had played Arkham Origins first and then this second, I think one would hope that there would be some fairly drastic differences there. If not, then it would be fairly set up for disappointment. But I also kind of seeing some cheapness in this game. Wouldn't be surprised if Arkham Origins was also fairly repetitive and cheap, and that there might not be a good argument towards playing both Arkham Origins and Arkham City. Okay, well, here's a question. How far can I glide safely? I can reach that. And if there isn't going to be a fade out section or anything like that. There's no grapple point there. There's no grapple point there. Does look like that would be what we're trying to reach. Yep. So at any point, I guess Batman could have left Arkham City that way. But I don't think really we were ever at a point where we really felt like Batman was struggling to escape. He was struggling to find and capture the Joker. Or Doctor Strange, I suppose. Oh, well, there is apparently a grapnel point. Is it because I'm facing the wrong direction, or like all these grapnel points in the past have been very much points in the direction you were looking with the camera, not points you were looking with the character. But oddly, that seemed like that changed there. Okay. This doesn't seem like this is going to be too hard. This is weird because this kind of implies that there would have been more city here, which that doesn't really make sense. I mean, you could certainly suspect that maybe at some early development point there would have been more city everywhere. People are there?
This way! He went this way!
Right.
This way! He went this way!
Okay. We might have a grapnel boost here we can do.
I got it! It's over here!
shrapnel boost.
Where'd he go? Oh man, he went up in the air. He's in the air.
What are we looking for otherwise as far as Riddler trophies? Don't really have a reason to fight those guys. Let's go get these that we are fairly certain are not related to. Being in the sewers. Doesn't feel like the game's going to be particularly generous.
Broke into Striker's vault. How did she even know where it was?
He's over here. We got him.
Stupid little dead bat.
Oh, I
Who's
should
gonna save
mention,
you now?
I have seen 2 implementations of Harley Quinn since the last recording, or so, around the last recording. One is Lego, no, not Lego, DC superheroines with Harley Quinn, depicting kind of the old and the new Harley Quinn appearance, but in a very much more kid-friendly angle to it. And then a kind of Adult Swim-esque Harley Quinn series, which is incredibly violent and incredibly cursy, and frankly I would also say a little childish in the way it depicts mature content. It's like, let's throw in some more violence, let's throw in some more let's throw in some more cussing, and that's about it. And certainly that's as entertaining as it can be for what it is. But in both cases, you oddly neither time have a Harley that is as tattooed and is as skin showing as this game, even in the although the animated Harley Quinn series and any of the Harley depictions that are animated are not likely to really bother with giving tattoos, because that would just be something that would be too hard to draw over and over again. It is kind of crazy though to have 3 different Harley Quinns on 3 shows that are kind of airing at the same time. One for little kids, little girls, and one for adults. And then have also the Suicide Squad, third Suicide Squad movie, the James Gunn Suicide Squad movie, which is not really succeeding well from what I hear. Maybe not due to anything it did wrong, but I could also see people questioning why they would want to go and watch James Gunn's Suicide Squad when they've already watched Birds of Prey and 2 other Suicide in the original Suicide Squad movie. I think this is what you're supposed to do, but I have no idea how you're actually going to pull that off. Like, fire this, launch this way earlier than it would seem you should. And this kind of feels like one that Catwoman could do very easily. Alright, well, just hitting the third one here probably would have triggered that and counted. So I guess if you get lucky and can get 2 of them activated, then the third, yeah, may be good enough. There definitely are a lot of riddles and Riddler trophies and puzzles here that would not benefit at all from assistance or playing as Harley Quinn. I mean, Catwoman. Yeah, even I'm gonna get confused about that because there is DLC here where you play as Harley Quinn. We haven't even touched that yet. This says there are several riddle trophies over here. There's a Riddler trophy inside the building. And then that's probably in the subway, and that's probably in the subway, and these are probably in the subway. We could test this by seeing how many are in the subway that are missing. Yeah, there's 4 missing in the subway. I see 1, 2, 3, 4 maybe. Yeah. Where there should be
augmented reality training online.
1, 2 missing in the industrial district. I'm seeing 3 marked in the industrial district.
Can you find this cool couple before the romance thaws?
Which, does that make sense? No, because I wouldn't be counting the one. You got 1, 2 here.
Augmented reality training online.
So, apparently, there's a Riddler trophy down there. I can definitely see it. Just be a question of how do you access it and how many people do I have to eliminate to access it. Alright. Okay. And let's get a little bit further away. Darn it.
Look out! Batman's here! Someday and kick the living crap out of you!
Okay.
It's colder than the snowman's heart out here.
If we stand on this platform, can
Wherever
we
you've
fire?
gone, Batman, I'll find you! He's the freaking man!
Is there
Hide up there all you like, Batman!
another angle?
Wait up there all you like, Bat! I'll still kick your ass!
Okay. That's too high.
Arkham City.
That's just right.
Away! Hi! I see you're too scared to face me.
Well, that's clearly not just right.
Scared to fight me back? Get down here!
What's wrong with the Riddler freak? Hasn't he got better things to do than just leave green
See.
question marks all over Arkham City?
Is there something else on this level? Or slightly lower?
No way!
Well, drop out.
Don't know where you've gone, Bat, but this ain't over!
Batman's here. There must be something else going on.
I don't care where you've gone. I'll find you someday and kick the living crap.
Where would the other platform be? We can't be too low. So I don't think it's just on top of that platform.
Joke is that
On top of the car.
end of a friggin' era.
You can't just drop down. These guys are
Fight! Over here!
like easily distracted. There we go. But watch, I'm gonna run into the
Ain't
pole.
up there all you like, Bat.
I don't
There's a fight going
think
on
it
over there.
matters though. All we've got to do now is adjust our shot.
Come on! What are you waiting for? Oh, what's wrong, Bat? Too chicken to come
Is
and
there
fight me?
really a reason?
Should
Oh
be.
man, we've been going really
Get
long.
over here and fight me. You scared to fight me, Bat? Get down here. Keep hiding up there. We'll still get you. Don't know where you've gone, Bat. This ain't over. Too chicken to come down and fight me?
See, the
it like
thing
up
you would
there,
want to
chicken?
do is be able to
I don't care where you've gone. I'll find
shoot.
you someday and kick the living crap out of you. Get over here, Bat, or are you scared?
Right, up here, and then maybe just line your way this way,
Hide up there all you like, Batman.
and then maybe line your way back that way.
Come down here, Bat. Fight me
Or
like a man. Come on,
I
Bat.
mean,
Come
it
fight me.
may very well just be easier to swoop,
Keep hiding up there. We'll still
Just
get you.
have a
I
distinctive
see you're too
point
scared to face me.
This guy looks so much
where you
better
can
with
swoop down and swoop up.
Man, I'm gonna kick your ass. Hurts you.
I have no reason to really be taking on these guys. I just accidentally attacked them and decided to mash some buttons.
Where'd all the food go anyway?
Yeah, it definitely feels like this is it. You swoop
What's wrong?
down
Run
and
home
then
and
up.
cry to your mommy. Wherever you've gone, Batman, I'll find you.
And that'll be that.
I think I've found something that links all the
What's
Riddler
wrong,
groups.
Bat?
It
Too
looks like
chicken
they
to
were all
come
owned
fight
by
me?
Mr. Fine.
You should be.
He seems to have acted as some sort of
Come
property
on,
broker.
Bat.
When was this?
Before Arkham City was built. It's a long shot, I know, but he sold one other property 3 months before Arkham opened. There's no record of who to, but I'm sending you the location now.
Thanks, Oracle. I'll check it out.
Yep. And we exactly know where this Riddler's hideout is because we found it earlier. That being said, it seems like the game has decided to let you get only a percentage of the collectibles instead of all of them. 400 out of 440, so they gave you 10% extra as far as collectibles, although some of these are also Catwoman things, which very possible that it was exactly 400 before the Catwoman. I guess we could do some simple math. Since there's 5 on each run, that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Yeah. But there are no Catwoman trophies, I think, in this one. In Wonder City. So, not quite 40 Catwoman trophies, but I think enough that they clearly are helping. Let's see. 2 enemies with the glide boost attack. Still something we're trying to pull out. What I'm gonna try and do. Here we have another Joker. This time it's a tape, not a phone call. We still have 1 character to unlock too. What I'm gonna try and do is this augmented reality. Let's see, on the side missions, how far is that? 90% done? Yep.
What's up? Scared to fight me, man?
Yeah, we have this augmented reality mission that I'm gonna think I'll pull this off screen. Like, we kind of know what you're supposed to do here. But
augmented reality training failed.
It's asking a lot, certainly. Like, one of the parts of it certainly feels like it's the frame rate thing where you have to jump fairly high and maybe even pull back to make sure you get there. And then you have to push really far and get a very deeper swoop than I think I've ever even attempted. Like, I very well may need to just straight up kiss the ground with the dive. Hit this, dive that, go extremely close.
Augmented reality training failed.
What I don't think is that I misunderstand the intention on how this is solved, because you can't do a line launcher from this point, nor can you do a line launcher in the air. So yeah, you'd have to hit the tip there,
Augmented reality training failed.
and then it just wants you to go through that. Well, what I'm also going to do is look up somebody on YouTube who solved this. That way I know I'm doing the right thing, because there's no point in spending potentially 20 minutes trying to solve this if it turns out that there's actually a completely different solution that makes more sense. it's weird that this is as difficult as it is, because while the other augmented reality trainings were also fairly difficult, they weren't this difficult.
Augmented reality training failed.
And I haven't gotten even once anywhere close to getting through that tunnel. Like, so even if I got the first 4 correct, which you're noticing is not, I haven't gotten it but once.
Augmented reality training failed.
That was like the first time I've been able to even pull it off. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna do this off screen. As far as the rest of the gameplay, we still have Catwoman stuff, and we still have a few more Riddler trophies for Batman, and it would be a little risky, I think, to potentially go in this area and just hope that Catwoman can collect all the Batman trophies also, but we might do that anyways, because it would be very nice if we could go in here as Catwoman and collect the remaining collectibles for both Catwoman and Batman, and go in this direction and collect the remaining collectibles. I think since it's on the way, we'll go inside this building as Batman and we'll get this picture. After we swap to Catwoman, we have to remember that there is still Catwoman's story going on, so there's still some gameplay. I guess also there's the Tiger security cameras, which it would be nice to find that and turn off the relay hub in the industrial district, even though that won't really reward us with anything. But we now have incredibly very little left, and you very possibly don't really need to do all of these. It would be interesting if it turned out that, say, doing a pounce attack 3 times would give you enough to be the substitute for this, but it doesn't seem like that's the case. It doesn't seem like you could do a special combo and that be the substitute for that. That would have been a little bit nicer, certainly. But yeah, we are spending a lot of time here, certainly, for better or for worse, and we went 2 hours in this episode instead of 1. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.